goes down low. The 79 gets caught up in it just at the very end. The 67, though, of Nathan Stanley makes it on through free and clear. He, Paul Ferdiani, and Larry Dickerson having a drag race down to the for one last attack, getting underneath him, not quite able to make it stick, having to lift once again. Into exit of turn number 4, down onto the front straightaway here. Who's going to win it with the drag race? It's going to be Timothy Pope. First 3 and 4, 751 with a hefty lead here, about a half a car length as the one gets up into the wall with a run down. 200 feet. It's going to be a close one across the line. Garrett Welsh made it 3 wide on the far outside lane, picking up spots left and right here as everybody fighting for every single spot we go. Coming across the line, white flag. So here we go, final lap. Hello and welcome everybody to Friday Night Racing Action, and it just so happens we're at a short track here tonight, which is one of the best things you can do here on a Friday night. Under the lights here at Martinsville this evening for the penultimate race in this chase for the playoffs here in the Numb Thumbs Racing League Arca Series. 10 drivers will move on from the currently remaining 12. Who will that be, man? Well, only time will tell. Let's get this party all started off here with the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
And welcome back. As always, a big thank you to the sponsors of Davidson Builders out here all season long. We thank you guys for jumping on board here with the NTRL. Of course, we got to thank JP Designs and 3D Prints as well. Thank you guys for being a part of this great league, as well as Admin Box. They've been on board here all season long as well. We thank you guys over there at Admin Box. Of course, we have to also thank Track Bar Media and their fantastic promos that they make and all that. Thank you guys for coming on out here and support the NTRL. Big time thank you to SimGearCentral.com as well. Be sure to go check them out for some great button boxes over there. And of course, TrackDogsRacing.com, the premier merchandising supplier of the NTRL and AAA broadcasting. Of course, we also have to thank Country Through the Ages, your action replay camera, which I'm sure is going to get a good workout here tonight. Speaking of tonight, I'm Alan Brown, And I am joined by a friend who's pretty heated today. It's Mr. Alan English, not Adam Turner, joining me in the booth. I had to get myself a riot shield to protect me from you here tonight, Alan.
No, man, there's just certain things, that rile me up during the day. Here late in the evening, a couple of those things got me a little riled up, but good to go. I'm ready to go.
Yeah, well,
I think I just do it just to get a reaction out of it.
All right, well, you'll definitely get one as we get ready to go racing here at Martinsville tonight. 170 laps, man. This is gonna be a gladiatorial bout out there tonight.
Yeah, and look, with the low car count that we do have here so far into the playoffs here, there is a chance that we'll see very, very few incidents out there. I mean, at least multi-car incidents. I think you're still going to see a lot of guys, having a lot of trouble putting power down coming out of the turns. I think that's going to be your number one problem tonight here at Martinsville. It's not going to be the push on entry or anything like that. It's going to be getting loose when you're getting back in the gas coming off of 2 and 4. So we'll see here. So we're going to get started here in just a few minutes. We're about halfway through qualifying now.
Yeah, we are down there ready for all the fights on pit road. Mr. Adam Turner down there with his ear to the pavement while his eyes out there on the track. Adam, we come to one of the most infamous short tracks here that, man, tempers really do get to flaring.
Yeah, what set the pace and tone for tonight was English's tirade before we had pre-race meeting, and he's just going off on tangents on everything. So this is gonna be epic, I hope. At least for English, he was saying all kinds of craziness. I mean, this guy, we may have to lock him up after tonight's race. I don't know what's happening down there in Louisiana. Something got in that crawfish. I'm not sure, but I'm liking it. I like the.
I was told a while back that a friend of mine told my wife, "You should take your husband, put him in the closet, and nail the door shut. He's losing his mind." Well, you might be right.
It sounded kind of like it, but hey, I'm all for that. It sounded fun. I like anger. I like hatred. You are full of it tonight, so hopefully these drivers will be full of it too, and we'll have a good time. Even if we're only having 12 drivers, we can still have fun at Martinsville short track. You can still have some good incidents, some good crashes, some good anger. So I like it. It's Friday night, second to last race of the season. Next week we got Vegas, which is going to be pretty cool. I do like that track. Everybody has an opinion about Martinsville. I really don't care. It seems like fun to me. We'll see what happens, though. 2 fast repairs, 70% fuel, 5 sets of tires, 25 incident points, you're going to be disqualified. 18 incident points, you will get a penalty. Last I checked, it's 67 degrees out on the track. Perfect weather for racing.
And it is taking a look at the paperclip and the race info here tonight. A beautiful night here in Martinsville. Where's Martinsville at? I don't even know.
Virginia.
Is it in Virginia? Well, beautiful night here in Virginia for some great short track racing. Beautiful weather. No issues for these drivers regarding that. Bringing us down to tonight's key to the race. And man, there ain't nothing wrong with a little bump and grind. But you don't want to be doing a little bump and spin. That's where things go wrong.
Yeah, I'd like to see it bump and spin, turn them and burn them. It's the playoffs, man. Let's turn the next guy. Do everything we can to win.
Thanks for picking up my slap. I've got half a bagel in my mouth.
Oh, this is great. Nothing better than live TV with a bagel in your mouth. Good job. You're doing real well tonight. You might be the issue tonight. You might get complained on tonight. Not me.
We gotta boost the numbers somehow. We gotta have some new antics or something.
Well, you eating a bagel's not going to boost anything. But if you're watching,
it boosts my health because I was hungry.
Okay, hit the like button. We got to get rid of this Zuckerberg guy once and for all. Like, share, subscribe, notification bell, everything. If you want to hear, a gentleman from Louisiana eat a bagel while watching iRacing.
Hey, don't use language like that. There's no gentleman here.
True. But hit the button. We're going to have fun anyway.
And that we are as qualifying coming to a close in just a few seconds. We thank you all for tuning in and watching. Please hit that subscribe, ring that notification bell if you haven't done so already, so that way you get alerted every single time that we go live, as you don't want to miss any of the racing action that we put on here. Even with, just 12, 11 cars out here tonight, we're still going to have a pretty good time and enjoy some great racing here. Glad to have you all around.
I wish I could see the qualifying, because I did a stupid thing again and joined as a driver, not as a spectator. So
why don't you want to take that anchor out, get on the track, start racing these guys.
Maybe I can race with my keyboard. I don't have my wheel hooked up.
That'd be even better.
Oh, no. We're gridding. Too late.
Oh, what a bummer. It's not like anyone's ever come back from laps down here at Martinsville.
Well, since you're kind of behind the times over there, English, look,
Right.
real quick, out there in the YouTube village, we have Geo. He says the balloons
The balloon's
got to
the
him.
balloon.
Yeah, that's probably true. That spy balloon probably put something into your brain and affected you.
They're spraying us with something.
It could be. And Michael Adamson says, howdy, y'all.
It's gas to make me even stupider. I think that's what's happening.
Oh, that's a total possibility here. So we get everybody all lined up down there on the starting grid. Getting us started off will be the 751 of Mike Adamson, getting pole position here tonight. 69, Larry Dickerson will start to his outside there in second. The one bogus machine himself, Mr. DW, Derek Welsh, getting started here tonight in third, with the 60 of Brian Neff to his outside in fourth. Fifth will be the 90 Blockbuster machine of Daniel Baker. His outside will be the 73 of Josh Kelleher, starting there in sixth. Seventh will be the Big Ass Fans and Jeff Ottinger in that 76 machine in seventh. You got the 13 of Chris Klein out here tonight as well, starting in eighth. Ninth will be the 19 of Cole Larson, with Double O Joe Bennett rounding out your starting top 10. And I'll save you the energy here, English, but 11th will be the 53 of Slim, James Bowden, having a good time out there here tonight. Going to be starting out there. Vince Short did join us earlier on, but he had a little emergency to get to. Hope everything's all right there, buddy. And of course, the 66 of Alan English is a
Idiot.
He's an idiot.
Yes. Yeah, he's
Thanks, guys.
he's not driving tonight, although it would be amazing if he was. We could really see the idiocracy at work.
Idiocy?
I don't know. I just
One of those. Idiocracy
like
sounds like a
strategery.
government.
It's strategic. Well, I'm doing a lot of conspiracy stuff, YouTubes and podcasts, and they say that word a lot. So I threw it out there, but it didn't fit the narrative.
You're okay.
But it's strategery.
Sure. I like it.
That's all.
Well, Albert Anderson, America's driver, a little bit under the weather tonight. Get better, buddy. But he's pulling for his guys out here today.
Oh, that's not cool.
No, it is not. But nonetheless, we race on here tonight, as the field's going to go around one more time behind this pace car, getting everybody all stacked up and ready to rumble. 170 laps is the goal for completion here tonight, and we look forward to seeing all 170 of them here once when this green flag waves. Side by side, they go around the backstretch here and get ready to go to that green flag.
Pace car is down as they go into four.
And they are, and here they come rumbling and bumbling down through turn number 4. The green flag is out, and away we go. Green flag racing for the first time here tonight, coming at you from Martinsville. Side by side, they trundle. Almost some contact there already as the 69 getting all tied up, and he goes for a ride.
Dickerson turned right there by the one, it looked like, and here we go. First caution. We're not even a lap in. I did notice it looked like Jeff Ottinger may have spun his tires on the start there. Could be wrong, but he might have been in a lower gear than he intended.
The one in the 69 having a meeting of the corner panels. Oh, man, the 19, the 13 also getting knotted up there. And the 19 getting into the back end of that 76 machine pretty hard. Raising up at that car a little bit. Double O Joe, nowhere to go. So he had to sit there like a AI traffic in GTA and wait for the one machine to clear out of the way.
They're so patient. Yeah, Adam, I don't know what you think, Adam. I think even with the two fast repairs, we're going to see some cars finishing this race missing some body panels and hoods and stuff. I hope so, because that just means they raced hard at a short track race, right?
Yeah, I think you're going to see that. But one thing you got to worry about is this 25 incident, points, and you get disqualified.
Ooh, yeah, good point.
We're already starting off lap 1 with some crashing, so that may come into play actually tonight. Cold tires, over aggression. You said 2 and 4 were a problem, so I think that all combined right there.
Well, we did see in the stack up behind the wreck, some of these cars are driving underneath the cars in front of them because, Alan, as we mentioned before, these things are shaped like a doorstop. You can drive right up underneath the back of somebody and lift their car off the ground.
Yeah, that you most definitely can. Someone who's hoping to not be the doorstop out here tonight. Well, that's the 73 Josh Kelleher running around up here at the front tonight. Joining us here with the driver face cam. He's got his puppy dog in the background giving him a little cheer. Well, he might actually be getting into something he shouldn't be doing, but nonetheless out there supporting his driver, aka his dad. You also got Double O Joe Bennett out here racing along with us. With the driver cam up as well. He's all ready. Looks like he's got a cat sitting on the chair behind him there. So everyone's got their pets. Oh, and they got one of his daughters or something hanging around back there too.
Really like the cams. Pretty cool to see everybody's gear and their man cave or whatever they got going on. It's kind of neat.
Some guys wearing race jerseys and stuff like that. It's kind of neat.
Gloves, race jerseys.
Some guys wear gloves to race. Some guys don't.
Sheet metal on walls in some instances. Neon lights. I mean,
second tier SEC teams being represented on people's walls.
Wow, that
was. And it's not even true.
I didn't even see. Which are you talking? Was it Georgia?
I'd rather not say.
Well, I want to know who you think's is second tier. But
I'd love to tell you, but we're going back to bring the pace cards down.
Certain fights.
So 751 and the 60 get things started off here from the front, rounding out of turn number 4 into that Geico restart zone, and away we go. Rumbling and bumbling once again, side by side, going down across the line into turns 1 and 2. The 60 machine getting a good restart here, staying with that 751 of Mike Adamson up on that outside. If anything, he's actually getting a little bit of ground being made up here, trying to inch his way forward. Oh, little door contact there between the two drivers fighting for the race lead. Here's the 90, almost gets up into that outside wall. Getting in there just a little too deep. Still side by side here, racing for the lead between the 60 and that 751. We talked to Brian Neff. I believe it was Sunday night. He was feeling good about these short tracks. He's one of those kind of technical track kind of guys, and this is right up his wheelhouse as he tries to get around, and he's finally clear. And the 60 of Brian Neff takes the lead of this race. Of 53, James Bowden trying to catch up to that 19 of Cole Larson here. Actually, Cole Larson's a couple, now looks like he's going to be a lap down here with that 69 of Larry Dickerson, as the 751 makes another lunge back at the 60 here, trying to race for this battle for the lead.
Guys, starting to spread out here in the middle of the field. Double O Joe Bennett almost in his own zip code here. But they're going to pile back up soon here, as we're going to see guys with different, running different lines, different tire strategies. Some guys try to save, some guys kind of burning them up. We're going to see some guys getting together. The contact is just beginning here, folks. Not seeing the last of it.
As the tires wear, that's when you start seeing all that action. And then It's such a short, small field. I don't know if people will be on different pit strategies, if we'll have problems blending in and out of the track.
Ooh, there goes the 60 and the 751. 751 getting all turned about.
Ryan Neff apologizing to Mike Adamson over the radio there, but the 751 it's still going to be on the lead lap. So, I mean,
Man,
did you really lose that much track position if the car count is so small here?
Yeah, but you're in first place and you get turned and learned. I want to see a fight. 751 needs to come up here and hit the 60 and just door him. Well, I mean, that's what you
Looked
would
like
do
the
to me.
60
Yeah,
at
he'll be
Brian
all right.
Neff was expecting the 751 to get on the gas a little bit sooner there and just went right up into that, what do you call it, the kitchen? Right up into his kitchen?
Yeah, it sure did, but I don't think it damaged his
No,
car
no,
too much.
no wall contact or anything like that, so... As
That's good.
69 Larry Dickerson's going to get the lucky dog wave around there, get back onto the lead lap.
Yeah, I think we'll see Adamson back up front here before the end of this thing, but he's definitely going to remember what happened there.
Yeah, he didn't have a response for Neff's apology on the radio. So
Well, he is
Neff's
called the
coming down
silent.
the pit lane.
Yeah, he is called the silent assassin for a reason, there, Alan. And
Yeah.
we'll definitely have to wait to find out what comes of it. As Josh Kelleher joins Brian Neff down there on pit road as well. He had some issues coming on down there. Was thankfully able to figure things on out, but almost got high-sided on that curve.
He did get a black flag. Kelleher did.
He was riding around up there on the kind of I can't really say the infield grass or anything like that, but he was up there on the curbing, and so he might have gotten an unsafe pit entry or something. But nonetheless, we're still gonna get ready to go green flag racing here once again. 90 of Daniel Baker gonna get things started off here at the front, where the 76 Jeff Ottinger, after getting kind of rear-ended, and he even punched the front of that car up just a little bit. It's gonna start there up on that outside. Looks like he parked a little too close to one of those light poles at your local Walmart.
Why did we see Neff pit? Is he going down just to cram fuel in the car? Looks like he might have taken two tires or got some damage repaired. Took a 9-second.
Totally possible for any of that. Also could feel bad and just be like, hey, well, I caused that caution, so I'm gonna get an EOL anyway, and so might as well come on down.
Oh,
Here's a great idea. It's Friday night, short track racing. Y'all need to do those caution shots. You know, we need to save them for Fridays anyway. English, you're down 2. You need to do 2 shots to calm yourself down a little bit, okay? We got to get you back down into that green zone. You're kind of out in the black zone now.
gotcha.
Going wild.
As the
Can't have.
pace car comes on down and into pit lane, and away we go once again with that 90 and the 76. Rodney Norman saying, hey, Dan Bake's got that clean air in front of him now. Watch out. As the 76 gets a good jump on that restart up on that outside lane. Just not quite able to make it stick, and there goes the 90. Breaking free and clear, getting control of this race up here at the front. The 13 of Chris Klein gonna follow him down low on that bottom line. I think the 76 Jeff Ottinger might be having some suspension issues out here. Man, that car looks like it's tighter than tight. Not able to get down and through the corner here.
Yeah, he was pushing like a dump truck, and a couple of guys side by side went low of him there. They were 3 wide there for a second. Scary at Martinsville to go 3 wide.
Yeah, 751 Mike Adamson starting to try to crawl his way back up through this field, going side by side here with 00 Joe Bennett, able to get that position away from underneath him. And now 751 looking down low on the 1, trying to get around that Jack Daniel Sinatra machine of DW.
Still looking for that whiskey, aren't we?
Again, I'm not buying a full bottle for how much it is.
Oh,
but
that's
I'm
right.
I'm still watching for places that might have it on tap.
It's out there. It's just expensive.
Richard
one
Gray
day.
with the great compliment. Thank you so much, Richard. We enjoy you chiming in and talking with you after the races. Appreciate you being here, buddy.
He said we're the best there ever was. Wow. I feel like Dan
Oh,
Rather.
60 is around. We got a pile up back here towards the back of the field. The 1, the 00, and the 60 all involved here.
There's the caution.
Caution's
Whoa.
out.
That was delayed caution there.
It took a minute because there was nobody coming up behind him until there was. So
Looked like it was an accordion stack up there, and eventually made its way to the 1 in, the 60, and the 00. Just nowhere to go when you were running, nose to tail like they were. And fortunately, 00 looks like he got some damage on that front end as everything just getting kind of all stacked up.
well, guys, we're almost to 300 subscribers on the YouTube channel. We got 291 subscribers. We're almost to 300. If you guys out there watching like what you're seeing, go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. Give us a thumbs up for the video if you like what you see.
Well, why wouldn't they? I mean,
I don't know. Maybe they don't like people from Louisiana. I don't know. Doing racing.
oh,
Or maybe we have some, Tennessee Titans fans tired of hearing.
We can't have.
okay. I mean,
About the
I don't.
Oilers,
I think we get along. I've gotten along with them. We didn't run them off. I'm pretty sure they subscribed.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, the one I'm really missing out on is Valiant right now. I know he's still around. I wish he'd pop back
Hiding
in
in
every
his
once in a
lab.
while.
He's hiding in the lab.
Well, he needs to tell us about what's going on with these balloons. I'm about tired of this stuff. The buoys, the balloons. I'm getting freaked out down here.
Do those buoys make it down the Mississippi River?
They
The
could.
river?
I wouldn't be surprised if they got
What
one
about
in
the
the Red
Red
River right now.
Oh,
They
Lord.
probably. I know they're probably
Let me go
tracking
get-
all the catfish boats down there.
I got 1.5 million candle power spotlight in a 22 that may or may not have been used to pop some. Well, no, we're not going to say that.
Yeah, we can't.
We don't endorse night hunting here.
No, it's illegal. Nobody. Well, it depends
No.
on what you're hunting. You can go coon hunt at night.
But yeah,
You just-
I'd love
you
to
can't-
sink a buoy or two.
Yeah, gotta do what we can for America. Doesn't seem like anybody up top.
I
wants
mean, they
to do
don't. They're
anything
not
for
going to
us.
have a Chinese flag on it. How do I know if it's a Chinese spy buoy or if it's a, I don't know. I don't know what. It might just be a piece of junk that came out of the
Yes.
scrapyard that's floating down the river.
Well, they're probably disguised as like those jug lines down there.
I'm not
on
going to
the-
shoot somebody's
Yeah,
jugs out there.
why.
catching
That's why the
catfish.
Chinese are putting spy buoys into jug lines into Red River and the Mississippi River. See, you got to think. We're gonna
So
have to
it's
do
like a
more
seine?
investigation. Yeah.
It's like a seine net, and they put
Mhm.
jug buoys on it.
I mean, in my imagination, it is. I don't know for real.
Oh, you're making this up. Okay, now this makes more sense now. This is from your mind.
You thought it wasn't from my mind? Hey, the other stuff's not
Well,
from
I
my
don't
mind.
know.
The Chinese spy balloon was a shiny object. They told us to look at it. Then they did something else with their left hand. You got to watch out for that.
I'm left-handed though, so
It's a metaphor.
okay, I got you. Like a magician,
Yes.
He wants you to look over here, but he's doing something else over
Thank
there. I
you.
got
You,
pace
man, you're
car's
catching. You're catching on.
Well, this field is starting to catch on up here as well, lining back up side by side with the 90 and the 13 up on this front rows. The green flag waves here once again from Martinsville back underway. Great restart there for the 90 of Daniel Baker, getting a good jump there. 751 is going to try to shuffle on through on that bottom side, looking down low on that 13 of Chris Klein right now. Not quite able to get the run coming out of turns 1 and 2, now down through 3 and 4. 13 hanging on to position 4 now, but that front bumper of the 751 continuing to cause a mayhem there for the 13.
Yeah, we saw 00 Joe Bennett spin his tires on that restart. Just tough to get that power down. really trying to feather that throttle. And once again, you know, making sure you're in the right gear is very important as well. He's all over the backside of Dickerson in 69. That LA construction machine. And here comes the one machine putting pressure on 00. So here we go. Here's some action for, was it 6th place here?
Yeah, fighting and turning and burning go the 00 and the 69. 00 getting a great run out of turn number 2 there, able to get that position away from the 69 of Dickerson. The one having to check up a little bit now behind that 69 machine, but able to do so without too many problems. Everybody's still out here driving around. Brian Neff currently in your lucky dog position here. Looks like he's going to be one lap down, still kind of hanging out there on his lonesome in the back. I think he just figured, just give me some clean track, I'll be fine. I'm just going to ride around for a while, but he's still hanging on in there as the 90 continues to lead the race here tonight.
Richard Gray's got his fancy cooler, his fancy Sears cooler with the wheels on it. He said he's down there on pit road, Turner, with a bunch of beer in it. He said, "Where are you at?" He's looking. He might be on the back side of the pit road because it's two-sided here. He's probably on the back side over there. He said he's also got a lawn chair so he can sit and watch the race.
Did he? Is it? What 5 and dime joint did he get that from? Was it TG&Y, Montgomery Ward?
It's probably
Sears?
Montgomery. It's probably a Ward's cooler.
Yeah,
it's one of those little aluminum ones.
Yeah. Well, I'll be down here looking for him.
He was around before it was Montgomery Ward. It was just Ward's.
He was around before any of that. General stores were popular when he's, first started the
like
year.
Little House on the Prairie. Went
down
to Flower and.
I wasn't going to say it, but horses were involved. It's major, the only form of transportation.
Buy your carrot seed somewhere.
00 Joe continues to make up spots here, picking them off one by one. He's making another move now, looking down low on the 53 at James Bowden, but not quite there just yet. So he's going to have to re-rack and set that one up here once again, trying to race up inside this top 5. He got around the 76 of Jeff Ottinger pretty easily there.
Rick.
DW and Josh Kelleher getting all balled up. But
that no cause of caution.
No caution. The flag was only blocked, or the track was only blocked momentarily, but they were able to keep things rolling along. They just kind of lost a little bit of time there as here comes the 53 looking down low on that 751, trying to pick up some spots and maybe creep his way up onto a podium spot.
73 did give that position back. He got into the back of DW and spun him, but he did give that position back. So good on the 73. Good sportsmanship there by Josh Kelleher.
He's still also a couple laps down there after having a penalty and whatnot.
Okay.
So I'm sure he's just like, I'll filter on back. There ain't no hurry or worry here as we're on lap 41 as the race leader goes hard into the inside wall, bringing out the caution flag.
The race leader? I was watching the middle of the pack here.
That's where we're seeing a lot of this stuff is up front tonight.
90 of Daniel Baker getting those tires all loosey-goosey, coming out on his own here into turn number 4. Just, trying to get that power down, not quite able to keep her steady and hard into that inside pit wall.
I figured that was going to be our biggest issue tonight, and that was probably the best case of it so far that we've seen. That blockbuster number 90 machine he just couldn't get it to stay straight, trying to get all that horsepower to the ground.
Oh, tire wear and just coming out of that corner, putting too much power down. Is that what causes that in 2 and 4? Because we've seen it already. This self spin stuff.
100%. It's just we've all been there. You know, you trying to come out and try to get as fast good of a run as you can off the corner and let it slide up towards the outside wall, but
Yeah.
a little bit too much fuel there. Get that back.
Is this one the lady in black?
No, that's
That's
Darlington.
That's Darlington, isn't it?
Okay, well, they're all like this. These short tracks, they lie to you. You know, they just you start feeling real good about your car, and you're like he was up front. Probably he'd made that corner, you know, a dozen times before perfectly, and something just upset the car just a little bit, and he didn't have the correct, inputs into the vehicle, and that's what happens, man. It's so hard on these short tracks, especially. And these Arca cars, they're tough cars to drive.
It did look like he was getting a little tight through turn 3 there, started drifting up the track. So one of the things to do at these short tracks is add a little throttle and get that car to rotate around. Problem is it rotated around just a little too much.
Yeah, you can get the nose of the car pointed farther to the left there and change your exit angle. But yeah, you got to be careful there and not overdo it. One of the things, I'm not sure the sim really takes this into account, but this is like a hybrid track, right? Because most of it's pavement, but the lower half of the track in both of the sets of turns, and then on exit, the full racing surface is concrete. So you go from pavement to concrete to pavement to concrete the entire race. So I don't know how much difference there is in the surfaces. I don't know if the drivers can really feel any difference there. I think as long as you get it rubbered in, either way, it's gonna treat you equal.
Do you think the guy we know he's like a road man, pavement man, he knows everything about it, Richard Gray we're talking about, do you think he was involved in paving this? I mean, he could have been like throwing tricks at him. Hey, watch this.
Well, this is one state away, but I'm sure Richard has done some out-of-state work.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, you got to remember, he was
possible.
the first one to put a brick down over there in Rome. So,
Dude, that's a good point.
I forgot about that. Yeah,
the road,
the 2,000-year-old highway.
Yeah.
It's still there.
Still there because he's a fantastic construction man as we get things all lined back up here, ready to get back to green flag racing here with the 13 and the 00, getting things started off here up at the front. Great restart for both drivers. They're going to stay side by side on down into turns 1 and 2. Now going down the back straightaway, still side by side, but 00 getting a little bit more of a run. So Joe Bennett popping his way out to a lead right now.
Slim Bowden's doing a pretty good job of working his way back up through the field. The 53 machine currently in 4th position now, just passing Cole Larson.
And in front of him, you got the 751 having a battle here with the 13, who almost snags the outside wall. I think he actually did snag a little bit of piece of that outside wall there for the 13 machine, but able to keep it straight and continue to roll on as 00 tries to escape that silent assassin of Mike Adamson. James Bowden trying to line up that 13, try to make a good clean pass here as the 60 Brian Neff gets his lap back on here to the lead lap, trying to catch up to that 69 to Larry Dickerson here, get a spot there as the 90 and the 76 go side by side. Now here comes the 73 of Josh Kelleher, almost some door-to-door contact there.
Oh, Slim got him. Slim spun Chris Klein and then subsequently spun himself.
Yeah, and what turn was that? Was that 4 or 2?
Coming out of 2.
That was 2.
Man.
Ooh, mercy.
I'll tell you what, for all the anger and hatred you were spitting earlier, you were correct on where these accidents were going to happen tonight. I mean, you were spot on. Good job tonight, English.
Well, like you, I've seen a lot of short track racing, and it seems like Slim Bowden has seen a bunch of short track racing. I was about to compliment him on how good he was running. I think what spun him was that patch of grass. I think he had the turn and burn done on Chris Klein there, and he just got a little too low and spun himself in the grass.
Well, what about you know who's going to get a lot of publicity tonight is the sponsor for replays, Country Through the Ages. I love that. That's a cool website. I don't know if y'all have seen that one. Check that one out.
Well, Numb Thumbs' own cooker runs that website and that Facebook page, countrythroughtheages.com and the Country Through the Ages Facebook page. And I thought I knew a lot about classic country music. I'm a fan as well as you too, Adam. But man, Cooker, guarantee you, if we did a little trivia night with him, he gives us a pretty good run for our money. That guy knows his stuff. He does some great articles on those pages.
Indeed, and talked about a great story of just overcoming and just dealing with what you can deal with there with Cooker. Like we talk about Jonathan Osborne all the time, racing around here with his mouth because he can't use his arms or legs. Cooker out there being involved, playing. Man, he plays Truck Sim. He plays the PGA Tour.
The Wreckfest League.
Runs the Wreckfest League, or at least is heavily a part of it too. So great guy over there, Mr. Cooker.
Yeah, I think he was born with was that cerebral palsy, and you talk about you can't meet a better guy over there at Numb Thumbs. That's like a big family over there. People talk about, well, this organization is like family, that organization is like a family. The guys on the racing movie said it's all about family. But go over to Numb Thumbs Gaming if you guys don't have a home for gaming. You'll understand what we mean when those guys are like family. They really are. So
yeah, and a lot of cool stories just like those, and with Cooker and Jonathan Osborne. Yeah, this guy, unbelievable story. Such a positive attitude, hilarious, and you get to
it's the funniest stuff on Facebook. John Chachi over there, John Osborne.
Yeah, but you get to kind of get to know these people when you're involved in simulations, racing, games, whatever, and they have a lot of fun. And we're seeing these guys have fun tonight, although they're going to probably get angry at each other here at some point.
Go. Green flag back in the air. Restart underway here. Lap number 57 starting out here.
And we are. It's Double O Joe getting control of this race here early on in this run, getting out in front of that 751 of Mike Adamson. You got the one of Derek Welsh trying to shuffle his way back up through this field. He's got some big pressure from that 13 of Chris Klein. He's looking to try to jump back up here towards the top of this leaderboard. You got the 53 and the 69 going side by side here. 73 Josh Kelleher now just one fewer laps down here after getting the lucky dog wave around that last time.
Well, this lap scheduled for 170 laps here. It was originally 210 or something, but
210.
They did cut it back. Kind of glad too. This half-mile track, with the speeds that these guys end up running, the average speeds aren't what you see on a mile and a half or a super speedway. So 210 lap race is going to last a good while. So kind of glad they dialed it back here a little bit of contact between the 90 and the 60. The 90, Dan Baker kind of beating up off the back bumper of Brian F. Said, "Hey, I'm knocking on your door. Let me in there, bud."
Yeah, it's kind of a mean track.
Oh, yeah. 90 in the wall.
Ooh, that caused some issues.
That's still causing some issues there. As bobbing and weaving goes the one of DW, and oh man, just finally kind of getting bit there, and that's going to bring out the caution flag.
He spun, but he didn't hit anything.
Yeah, he's fine. Yeah, he's fine. He was overcorrected when Dan Baker made that mistake in front of him, and he tried to get around.
Back bumper.
Yeah.
Welch is
you don't need it here.
His back bumper's pretty crooked looking.
I think that was from an earlier incident.
Oh, okay.
Well, these race drivers, they're used to just looking out their windshield. They don't look in the rearview mirror when they're trying to back up, and they hit those dang parking poles in the middle of a lot.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's see, 53 of Slim coming on down and in. James Bowden coming into hit his pit box here. Of course, Martinsville's one of those interesting races here, Alan. you could have a strategy all up in your head for what you want to do here for, the 170 laps that you're going to be running, but man, it's just this track, there's so many cautions that come out of it. You don't really get a chance to use any of that strategy. You kind of have to fly it by the seat of your pants.
Yeah, man. Anything can happen, especially later on in the race when these guys do start getting aggressive and start using more of that chrome horn as we talk about sometimes. But yeah, man, all you can do is prepare for the best what do they say? Prepare for the worst, hope for the best. Your strategy is going to get crumbled up and thrown out the window at some point. So all you can do is best guess it.
Well, crumbled up, kind of like Derek Welch's car, but you talked about the paint job. He just got a faster pair. It's Frank Sinatra. And if you look at it just at the right angle, somewhere on that car is AAA Broadcasting, right close to Frank Sinatra. Yeah. So he's sponsoring us too.
Oh, nice.
We got.
I hope we don't ever have to pay any of these.
Yeah, no. Is that part of the deal?
I don't know.
I don't want to have to pay.
We have to contact our legal department if you know.
Yeah, we're gonna have to. Do you still write those American Express checks? I'll sit in the car and we can write it together.
And it's a traveler's check, so my brother has to sign it, and I have to sign it as well. And I like to sit on the passenger seat and use the glove box. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, Blues Brothers.
Yeah, that's when you drink $400 worth of beer and it was only a $200 gig. Is that?
Yeah. You're picking it up. Great movie.
And
we're on a mission from God.
I'm starting to find people with that full liquor cabinet there, Turner. Trying to find some of that Sinatra Select.
Ooh.
Well, my across the street neighbor's been getting into it, so I asked him, and he says, "Well, if I wanted to pay that much for a bottle of Jack, I'll just get one of those, 1-barrel bottles for half the price."
Yeah, the
you
one
can get Maker's Mark ones that are the single barrel.
Yeah.
Yep.
You get almost anything now. It's become such a kind of a hobby.
It's a niche
for a lot of people.
Thing,
It is, and people are paying a lot of money for stuff.
Yep.
So driving up the market.
Speaking of paying a lot of money, here comes the 751 trying to get a good bid on this restart here. Get out in front of that 00 of Joe Bennett as this field stacks back up 2 by 2. And here we go. Back underway here. Green Flag Racing with its Numb Thumbs Racing League Arca Series race here at Martinsville. Side by side, the 751 makes it on clean and clear. The 19 Cole Larson trying to look around to get past that 00 of Joe Bennett. Oh boy, a bunch of smashed up race cars inside this kind of top, this entire field. It's the 19.
Oh, 19's around.
Oh, good avoidance there from people coming up behind him. And
what happened to Larson there?
Looked like it just kind of got doored with the 00 of Joe Bennett there. And just kind of spun. That's about it.
He might have slid up into Joe.
Yeah, if anything, that's what I think, but
maybe.
But either way, the 19 getting spun around.
It's rough when you don't have that much room to work with, and
there's no room here. I mean, this is like construction in Dallas, trying to do the 35 to 20 interchange.
And then the lanes shift over, and
and that how they have the concrete barriers right tight on each side. There's no shoulder, and then you got that guy with a pistol pointing it at you, because you kind of cut him off right before. So then you got to make a couple of evasive maneuvers, and you got to take one hand with your pistol, and you got to put the beer actually down at this point.
Use the cup holder, yeah.
Yeah, put the beer down. You got the cell phone for 911, and then you just start pointing yours at him, and then if somebody starts firing, then all the fun happens.
My goodness, I hope that doesn't happen here.
It happens all the time. It's Dallas, man.
Adam Strom is here. He has entered the stadium here. Says, howdy, fellas. Happy Friday. Thirsty tonight. Got some cold beers in racing, tough to beat. Yeah, him and Richard both rolling those coolers. I saw them down there. They were at right about pit stall number 23. I think they're walking the wrong direction.
They got to come find me somehow. I know Strom has had
They
that
saw each other.
nasty weather up there. Didn't they have some kind of big old storm up there in
A
Minnesota?
blizzard.
Yeah.
It was a blizzard.
Is it one of those named? Are they naming like every snow shower or something now? Like this is Winter Storm Susie, and it's.
Why would they do that?
I understand them naming hurricanes and stuff like that.
What they name the Chinese spy balloons? Is it? I don't even want to go into that.
I
Actually,
don't know.
I think it was called Lo Mein, wasn't it?
Qingao. Qingao. I
man,
don't know.
But here's a good one for you guys because we're rolling up onto a baseball season.
oh
Sure.
man, I'm
Yeah, I
lucky.
can't wait.
Spring is just the perfect time.
Nolan
Go ahead.
Ryan's arm was so damaged by the first 5,000 innings of his career, he was only able to strike out 16 Blue Jays when he no-hit them at the age of 44. It's a cautionary tale
Yeah,
for all those young pitchers.
Yeah, what a bummer of a game that was, huh? Only struck out 16.
Yeah, terrible.
Golly.
I just like it when he pummeled Robin Ventura's.
What Robin
punk face.
Ventura's face?
Oh,
Oh yes, that was the highlight.
you want the old man?
You want to run at an old man for
Oh,
pitching
man.
close? Yeah,
Wow.
you're gonna get your face smashed in.
Well, it's a lifetime viral for nobody would have known who Robin Ventura was.
So if you ever go to a
Yeah.
Texas Rangers game, they show that on the jumbotron screens
Every time.
before
Every
every
game.
single game. I love it. Here we go, going back green.
Here we go. Back to green flag racing with the 751 and the 00. Getting things started off here up at the front, side by side we go. Ooh, little tire spin there from the 751. Same thing with the 60 of Brian Neff right there behind him as the 90 and the 00 get a pretty good restart. There's the 90 almost snags the outside wall again. 751 Mike Adamson breaking on clear as the 60 goes around. Oh, and we got a pile up.
Big
That's got everybody.
secondary.
And there's no caution yet.
There it is.
Wow.
It's basically from third all the way back through the field. We had ourselves a parking lot there in the middle of turn number 4.
Can you
Still no
imagine?
DQs from all the X's.
Oh, it's coming. Can you imagine if this was our rowdy, I think it's our Monday night crew. Which crew is it with a Stubblefield group there? If they were here tonight and Stubblefield was racing, they're always wanting to do these shots, these Tennessee people, they're wild. They'd be laid
There'd
on the
be some
floor.
charcoal stuff being used at the local hospital, maybe, and stomach pumps would be operating.
It's getting close, yeah.
Adam Straub says, "Hey, I just found Richard down here. They finally got together down there on the pit road." He said that Richard made a beer bong out of a construction cone, and they're down there slamming beers on the pit lane.
Well, that sounds perfect.
I'm glad they're bonding. I always thought
Okay.
those two would get
I wonder
along.
if it has that flavor of, blacktop.
The rubber. Oh yeah.
Like some
The
asphalt.
asphalt and all the truckers' piss balls that they threw out the window and they bust.
Well, you've seen the trend of people I don't know what the deal is, but they'll put beer in a boot or something at football, basketball, baseball. I don't know what they're doing in it.
Like in an actual shoe?
Yeah, it's like
It's a shoey, man.
Yeah, see, Brown, what is that? What
Why
are they
would you
doing
do
that for? Yeah, why are they doing that?
Because it's a shoey. That's what you...
That's terrible.
What's his name? Ricardo there, Formula One. He does shoeys.
That's disgusting.
You win something or you get a touchdown or a home run or whatever. Somebody passes a boot around. They take a boot off
Ugh,
of a human foot that's just had a
all
foot in it.
sweaty and
And they pour beer in it,
Yeah,
and then
that's
people drink it.
Yeah. Well, it's not like
I
they've
would
got...
do that with my own shoe.
And when does it end? I mean, are we just going to start urinating on each other in the crowd?
Oh
Oh,
my!
no.
That took it too far.
Did it? Did it? I mean, they're drinking beer out of people's shoes, man.
I mean, if it's
That's
a
gross.
if it's a beer, does it still count as like a golden shower when you like?
Oh
in your
my
mouth?
God! See, now you
well,
took it over the top.
It was great knowing you all. AAA Broadcasting is being dissolved.
No, this is the fun night.
Mark Zuckerberg's canceling us.
No, I got something for him. I got him. Trust me, I got a couple things on him. He's not gonna touch us.
If you drink beer out of a shoe, that's disgusting. That's.
Dude,
I mean,
think
I'm
it's
not
gross.
disagreeing with you. I'm just saying what it is.
You're
But
just
you
saying
just-
that it's popular now. Yeah,
It's like
I-
a thing. It's called a shoey. A shoey.
A
Shoey.
shoey.
I thought that was a brand of motorcycle helmets.
That's
is.
showy.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I didn't
Do
know
you
how
think-
to say it.
do you think Zuckerberg's going to give us a bigger shadow ban after this conversation?
Oh yeah. No, yeah.
Or are people just going to be turned off and just
I
going to
don't think
hate us
so.
because of this race?
Probably the latter. Yeah.
This is where the FCC sits back and laughs because they know they can't do anything.
They can't touch us. They can't Don Imus us.
But
No way.
back to the point I was saying, not everybody can carry around, one of those boots mug things that you can get from Germany. I've actually got one sitting in the background there
I've got one from Gillies.
that has not been used. But either way, we get stacked back up here, ready to go back to green flag racing, and here we go. Back underway here at Martinsville, lap 81 out of 170. Slowly making our way through it here, boys. We're about halfway done. And just a couple of laps. Adamson out there with a good restart, able to jump out to the front as 00 Joe Bennett tries to chase him back down. The 19 of Cole Larson tries to hold up the 53 of James Bowden, having a good fight there. The 90 of Daniel Baker trying to find his way back up here to the front. 13 of Chris Klein right there behind him. Brian F. and Larry Dickerson remain on the lead lap. DW and Josh Kelleher 1 lap down, along with Jeff Ottinger here as the race continues to kind of trundle on here from Martinsville.
Guys,
Trundling
approaching
on.
halfway,
Yeah.
damn near there. And we don't see any DQs at all here so far.
I think we will.
We can't see the incident count. I think most of these drivers will make it to the end. I don't think we're going to see. I hope we don't see any DQs for incident points.
Derek
We've
Welch
seen
is.
a lot of contact, but
Derek Welch would be my guess. It seems like he's been involved in
He'd be the
everything.
guy,
Not because of his driving. He's just getting caught up in every single thing that happens. Seems like. Well, it's a good battle. Larson and Joe Bowden there, right behind him. Dan Baker, top 5 here, battling it out.
And they are all nose to tail as 00 Joe and Mike Adamson kind of separate themselves here just a little bit. As someone just set the fastest lap of the race there. I couldn't see who it was. I think it was the 60 of Brian Neff. And finding
trying
some
to
clear
figure out-
air.
I'm trying to figure out who Joe Bowden is. That might be James's brother. Oh, Brian
Oh.
Neff is around.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
I don't know why I said Joe.
That front end getting a little smashed in more for that 60 machine, and he's able to keep it rolling though, so no caution flag is out. Oh no, it is out, my bad.
It is out.
I was thinking of football coaches, maybe thinking of Joe Paterno. And then
Or
mixing it with-
Uncle Joe Biden. And
Thinking it with Bob,
Bowden.
mixing it with Bobby Bowden. No, I'm not thinking of Uncle Joe. That's the last thing I think of every day.
Oh.
I don't think of that.
I think
That is a. Go ahead.
I think of Papa Joe all the time. He was my kind of across the street diagonal neighbor.
Papa Joe. Just Papa Joe. I think of Papa Joe's in Waco, where you can have a cold one and get shot in the face over a game of dice.
And he, 'cause
I thought y'all were talking about
Dominoes.
Papa Bennett.
Oh, not
Which
him.
I haven't seen him here tonight.
Yeah, he's normally in here with us, having a good time with us. Hopefully, he's watching somewhere.
He's somewhere.
he's lurking.
He's
You
he's
gotta
lurking.
watch out for those lurkers.
Well, while we sit here under caution, let's go ahead and take a quick midway break here and do some big thank yous to all the people that sponsor and get this league up and running and get them some advertisement space here. But when we return, we'll return with the rest of the second half of this race. We might miss the green flag drop, but don't worry, I don't think we're going to see too much happen. And just as we promised, of course, we missed something. We missed a pretty big incident there involving a few people. So let's go ahead and take a look back at what caused this caution here. The 13 and the 19. Oh, just bumpers not lined up and getting into it. The 90 gets a little piece. The 60 gets a piece there as well. But most of the damage going to that 13 and the 19 here is... we got people coming on down and into the pits here, trying to cycle around for what could possibly be some final pit stops.
Now, did the 13 decline just get in there and dive bomb them, or did the 19 try to kind of cut down on them there? I don't really know what happened there. I'm not trying to point fingers or anything. I'm just trying to understand what happened there, but.
I don't know.
Guys are coming in trying to take advantage of the pitting situation. Slim Bowden's going to end up leading this race in that Dodge, that number 53 Fujifilm Dodge machine out front here.
Yeah, up 10. That's quite a bit of moving.
Yeah, I was just
I'm not.
just looking at the just looking at a picture that our good buddy Adam Strom down there sent us, and I know Turner, you don't have the meta
FaceTime thing.
I don't have the book of faces.
FaceTime.
He doesn't have the book of faces, but he shared a picture of what true cross country skiing looks like, where you attach a tow rope to the back of an SUV and someone hangs on with their skis like they're water skiing, but out there on the road.
I'm sure there's booze involved.
We used to do that in a pasture on a upside down hood off of a mid-70s Ford. It's the same effect. It's like a snow sled.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's mid-70s Ford. Oh yeah, that's one of those big saucers.
Yep. He glides across the prairie like you wouldn't believe. Oh, Earl Evans is with us. Saying, "Ooh, AAA, missed you guys. Like and subscribe." He's out there advertising for us. Well, he is our sponsored, not sponsored, number 13 machine.
He missed a whole lot of our nonsense earlier. You might have to rewatch some of this.
Yeah, he did. Pace car is down. We're about to get restarted here, bud.
And that we are with the 53 and the 13 all lined up side by side here. Back to green flag racing we go. A good restart there for the 13, but the 53 able to make a little bit of a comeback there on that bottom line. 13 getting out of lane. Oh, it looks like the one of DW getting up into the outside wall there a little bit. Good tight battles going on here. Up at the front, the 751 Mike Adamson and the 13 of Chris Klein going side by side. The 751 of Adamson picking up that one spot.
It would not surprise me a bit if Slim Bowden was like a closet short track racer that's been doing this for 30 years. We just seen him be consistent, work his way up through the field, and sitting in the lead of this thing. Looking at the restart, we thought that Klein, I don't know if you guys did, thought that Klein might have had something for him on the outside line, but he did not.
Man, it's the 90 of Daniel Baker was dang near pointed 45 degrees down onto the 19 of Cole Larson, but able to wrangle that thing back under control here and continue to race with the green flag out. The 751 Adamson still holding up that 13 of Chris Klein here, trying to chase down that 53 of, well, Slim. James Bowden having a good run out there right now. The 00 of Joe Bennett having a good run right now as well. Just sitting outside of the top three, trying to crawl his way back up here to the 13, which he's now there. The one of DW as well, trying to get on up there as the 76 and the 73 start having a good little battle here in the back.
Richard Gray on Facebook, on a YouTube chat over there saying is that
and Baker's
after they were playing.
Oh, there we go.
Oh no,
that's Dan Baker, just self-spun there.
Coming out of turn number 4.
Oof, right there in front of Brian Neff there. Oh goodness.
Well, I want to hear what you're fixing to say there, English.
Well, Richard Gray was just saying that after him and Strom were messing around with that cone and that beer, that they spotted some girls down there. He said, "I need a wing. Tell Turner I need a wingman." I don't know what that means.
Well, I come on down here. I'll help you out. A little busy at the moment watching all these crashes, but I'll
Trying to
help
do
you
our
out,
job.
Richard. I could probably use one of those. At this point, I drink beer out of a dirty beer bong traffic cone full of asphalt. I mean, what's it going to hurt?
Albert Anderson pulling for Mike Adamson, of course, out there saying, man, he's having a pretty strong night. Yeah, he had to go to the back of the field there after an early incident, but worked his way back up. Mike's having a heck of a race out there in that Civ 51. Dylan Bryant's here with us. Say, what's up, guys? Thank you for joining us there, Dylan. Catch Dylan Bryant racing here with us on the broadcast every week in that 03. Well, guys, we do have what do we got here? 50 some odd laps here when we get restarted. Is it time to start ramping up the aggression here a little bit?
Yes.
Start putting the bumper to people?
I think
Is
so.
that what we're going to see more of?
There's aggression to be ramped up.
Oh, yeah.
So.
I'd be taking people out.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think what's happened is that they're just not used to this track. They're getting a little aggressive, but they haven't got aggressive enough to where we're going to start fighting each other.
Well, either way, we almost have everybody still on that lead lap. Just Josh Kelleher and Jeff Ottinger, both 1 lap down, so they're going to be fighting for that lucky dog position here.
We sometimes forget about the race within the race. 76 and 73 going to be battling for that spot because we're going to get another yellow. We just don't know how long it's going to take.
I'm not sure we will.
Oh, come on now. Really?
Yeah, I don't know. Can't guarantee anything. I can't guarantee that Chinese aren't going to send some kind of drone and take me away right now. I'm a pretty valuable asset to the United States, so they're probably going to come after me pretty hard.
Are you one of those people that just thinks they're not replaceable?
Yeah.
That got you.
I'm so important. They're coming right after me.
Pace cars down, boys. Let's get this thing back going.
There it is. Mike Adamson being told by Albert to put his damn phone down and get to driving here, boy, as we get ready to go back to green flag racing here. Side by side between the 53 and the 751. 751 getting a great restart here. Still that bottom lane getting a good surge as the 00 of Joe Bennett tries to shuffle on through and up underneath that 751. Looks like he will be able to at least get the car there. Even Steven down through turns 3 and 4 here. 00 getting that position away. The 13 Chris Klein now looking to make a move here on the 751. Just trying to look. He last took tires on lap 98, so he's got relatively fresh tires here. Person on the oldest set is 73 of Josh Kelleher, last pitting back there on lap 50.
Dickerson's wrecking.
I heard aggression.
I heard anger on the radio from Cole Larson as 69 went spinning up across the track. I didn't see what caused the spinning. Sure, we're about to see it from the Country Through the Ages replay camera here.
And I think this is one of those situations where down there on the freeway, someone can't make up their mind which lane they're in. They're kind of in the middle of the track. Yeah. 69 of Larry Dickerson was kind of there in the middle. The 90 and the 19 had no idea what was going on. 90 hits the apron, and the 19 hits the 69 and ends up bringing out the caution.
That's what happened. One car went low on him, one car went high, and there wasn't enough room to go 3 wide. Imagine that at Martinsville.
That's a penalty in the NFL right there. You can't go low and high. They made that rule a few years ago.
So So you're gonna throw a flag for clipping on who?
Well,
Whose fault was it here?
I don't know. We're gonna have to. Somebody's gonna get penalized one lap by AAA broadcasting.
Well, it's you got to throw it like when the entire offensive line moves, but the center doesn't. It's everybody but the center.
I like it when that happens.
Oh,
and then they all look at the center and they want to pummel him.
Yeah, it's just like, what are you guys talking about? He didn't say height.
Oh man,
I only heard one Omaha.
Omaha's gone. That was the old Peyton Manning special. He moved on to other stuff, I'm sure.
Never understood
Richard Gray's
that.
Richard Gray's already planning Slim's victory party.
Well,
They got a spot set up down there by his pit box.
still leading this thing. Double O Joe right there behind him, alongside the 13 of Chris Klein here.
Don't count out the 1. He's back there. He's had a beat up race car, but it looks like he's all repaired back up. Derek Welch, he's going to be restarting from the 5th position.
Well, you also got that 73 Josh Kelleher back there on the lead lap now.
That's right.
But
all right,
in regards to the one, I always count him out.
Shots fired. I like that.
Because he's bogus.
Listen, yeah, I know he's bogus. I got an unofficial count on cautions. I might be a 1 off. But what do you guys think we're at? Just a guess.
13.
Brown is on the money. It's 12, but I could have missed one, so you're
man.
probably right.
This is officially caution number 12.
Oh, wow.
Official,
I didn't think there was that
unofficial.
many.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's been a few, but we've had so much fun. I can't believe it's all coming to an end next week at Las Vegas.
Oh, yeah, man. I'm going to miss the Friday Night League here for a little while. They're going to be out for a little bit. Pace car's down. Slim Bowden about to get this restart going.
Indeed, side by side with Double O Joe, rounding out a turn number 4 here into that Geico restart zone once again. Here we go. Oh, man, Double O Joe getting the best of the 53 there on that restart. Easily getting back there around the 53. The 13 trying to stay out in front of the 751 of Adamson, who's up there on that outside lane, trying to find whatever room he can. Oh, just goes in a little too hard there and maybe found some of those marbles and ends up drifting up the track, losing that position to that 13 for now as Double O Joe gets the lead and tries to run away with it here just a little bit. The 60 and the 1 get ready to go to battle here, trying to find themselves back up here through this leaderboard. The 90 of Daniel Baker coming on down into pit road.
Joe Bennett asking the 53 if he was sleeping on the start. I don't know if he was sleeping or if Joe left a little early or maybe a little bit of both. I don't know. But yeah, you talk about the marbles there. I don't know if you have a camera, like a side stationary camera available to see how much rubber is sitting above that third line. It's insane. There is a ton of rubber up there above the concrete area in the turns.
That's
Yeah, this guy's having a lot of fun up front.
751 finds his way back around the 13. Now the 60 of Brian Neff trying to follow suit here down underneath the 13 of Chris Klein, getting that Winn-Dixie machine up underneath and trying to creep on up, back up this leaderboard. He's back to where he started now, up there in 4th, but he's looking to get more and more positions from that. Josh Kelleher going 174 miles an hour. I don't think that is facts. I think that was the sim going a little crazy there, but still out there.
Well, if he was, that'd be a real surprise, wouldn't it?
That would be impressive here. It's that would have to be like a Chastain style, just wall ride kind of thing.
Oh, the old wall ride, man! That was a fun one.
That was great.
That was epic. Oh, I hear crashing, but I don't see anything.
Yeah, it's the 13 of Klein. Oh, 69 of Dickerson smacks him. No yellow yet. There it is. There's the yellow.
There's the old trusty yellow.
The old yeller. Let's go ahead and take a look back as what happened here. Looked like the 13. Oh, he was just out of sorts there going through the turn just by himself. And man, 69 and Dickerson just nowhere to go there coming out of turn number 4. And caution flag being waved. But you can see there all the, the black little specks up there on that kind of dark part up on the outside of the turn. That's all marbles, guys. And when you get some tires up there, man, there's no saving it. You're just kind of along for the ride.
Yeah, that was a good shot of the marbles, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Absolutely. Yeah, you think about a hot, sticky race tire down there on that smooth surface, and then when you get it in those cold pieces of scrubbed off rubber up there, they just stick to that hot, sticky tire, and then it's like, that's why they call it marbles. That's what it's like. It's driving on marbles. I mean, you have no traction when you get up in those, so that's why you see these drivers avoiding that really high line up there.
Very dangerous to run up there, but I'll tell you what's not dangerous. Well, we hadn't talked about them too much. TrackDogsRacing.com. Get that gear that you want to get. They got Numb Thumbs gear. They got HCK Beagles gear. They got all this gear from all this iRacing stuff. Vigilante Racing League gear. AAA broadcasting gear. I mean, who wouldn't want that for like a birthday, Mother's Day? I'm sure all the moms out there want some AAA broadcasting shirts and whatnot. Albert Anderson's got his own line of apparel. America's Driver. I mean, check it out. That's the official sponsor of AAA Broadcasting merchandising sponsor. I think, isn't it? Didn't we agree on that? I might not have got the memo. We'll have to start sending emails to each other through the lawyers.
Yeah, I have my attorney contact your attorney, and
it's getting that way. I mean, that's how big we're getting. We're having to kind of.
I had to send 2 of those messenger pigeons.
Yeah.
To your place the other day because I don't think you got the first one.
I didn't.
Okay.
Well, it probably wasn't.
Well, you probably keep shooting them down, thinking they're drone spy Chinese robots. They're messenger birds
or doves.
Shoot them down.
Maybe I got them confused.
Well,
like a rock pigeon.
I know you like to wrap a piece of bacon around a dove breast like every other man, but stop shooting the messages out of the sky.
And that's what I want to get onto you a little bit about all this. Birds are real. There's a few that aren't, but I've eaten a lot of good birds with bacon wrapped and jalapeno and cheese. And
you got to add a water chestnut to those.
I have. You taught me that. That's a good move.
You learned that from me.
Yeah, you taught me that. Yeah, I've done it before. Yeah, that's really good. Great job. You taught me something finally.
Yeah, learning has occurred.
Well, speaking of learning, these drivers coming on down into the final 40 laps of this race here tonight. They're going to be doing some learning of their own as the pace car dives down and into pit lane. Here's the 00 and the 751 get things restarted here up at the front. And here we go back to green flag racing one more time here at Martinsville. Side by side, they rumble on down into turns 1 and 2. 00 getting a good restart there, able to jump out in front of that 751, who's now going to look down low with a lunge, but the 00 shuts the door there, able to quickly guard that position. The 60 Brian Neff shuffles on up to third. He's going to trail that 751 as much as he can here and trying to maybe make up a couple of spots. The 1 and the 53 racing for some positions here as well inside this top 5. As here comes the
one's pitting.
Oh, 1 coming on down into the pits here under green flag. That's going to put him down a couple of laps here.
Yeah, I heard him calling it out on the radio. Just started yelling, 1 is pitting, 1 is pitting, 1 is pitting. So I don't know if he has a problem or is running out of fuel or what's going on with the 1.
That's pretty interesting. I'm not quite sure what the strategy is there.
He's going to lose a ton here. I don't know. Oh, the 73 is drifting. Hold on to it there, Josh.
Oh.
Caution's out.
Caution's out just as the 751 got his nose out in front of the 00 of Joe Bennett. Let's go ahead and take a look back at what happened here. with the 73 dirt tracking it down there, and just not quite able to get it collected back in time. But good save there from Mr. Kelleher.
Well, what did that do to Derek Welch?
I know, that's what
I think it saved him from going 2 laps down to just being 1 lap.
Yeah.
Would he get the lucky dog or no?
He is in line for the lucky dog as far as the scoring goes, isn't he, Alan?
I believe he will get the lucky dog.
Wow, what kind of luck would that be?
But he also didn't hit his pit box. He ended up just coming down.
Oh, he didn't?
What?
Well, huh.
So I wonder if he got one of those drive-through penalties for incident number.
You know what? I haven't paid attention to any of those penalties tonight. We've been just kind of jibber-jabbering and having fun.
You might be right because, yeah, it's showing last time he actually hit his box was lap 98, did a full stop. This is lap 139, so yeah.
But
either
way, it seems like he kind of lucked out on this deal here.
I wonder what happened there.
Well, let's just be honest. We haven't been totally engaged with all the racing out there because we're talking about spy balloons and this and that. And, you're talking about stuff that happens at a football game with boots and whatever. I mean, we've had fun.
Welch is back in his pit stall now. This time he hit his pit stall. See what he does here. Looks like it might be... Yeah, it's going to be a full stop for the one of Welch.
Well, why not? I mean, you might as well. You might even be doing more. Yeah.
Yeah, 21 second stop.
He's out.
Let's see. Who got Albert Anderson said, who's going to get the turn 2 Pocono chrome horn?
Well, that should be like
that P word triggers you every time.
Yeah, we need to make a trophy for that. I need to make a trophy and just hang it, put it out here with me while I'm watching these races, so I remember all the pain that I had to deal with when I was racing with you.
Oh,
hurtful. It was just. That's why I think that's how I got so angry. It was people like you just dooring me in turn 2 at Pocono.
Goodness.
Yeah. I don't know, Albert, who's going to get it, but I hope somebody gets that treatment. Somebody needs it. What?
That was a free league too. I mean, it's not like you had anything invested in it.
I'm racing for 15th place, by God. And then you door me. Timothy Stobefield's here. Welcome, man. Thanks for joining.
Pulling for Slim, who's restarting in 3rd. Here we go. Green flags in the air as they take off here. It looks like the inside line does have the advantage, but it's spins out. Big pile up.
Oh, Lord.
Yellow's out.
Oh, well, I wasn't live. Darn it. That was the first time that's ever happened.
Sorry, buddy. I thought you might have stepped away.
I'm like, what are you talking about? We're going live. We're just getting stacked up. And
your camera was behind. I got you.
Oh, man. As up here at the front, Double O getting into the back end of the 751 as a big pile up happens. Double check the odometer there on the 60. I think he's going to get a fine for having a mismatched number there compared to engine and tire rotations there. As the back end gets lifted up. Same thing with the 76 Jeff Ottinger's. The 90 like the truck they got there in GTA with the ramp just goes and just piles his way right on through everybody.
Did Adamson get dumped there? What happened with Mike?
No, but they were angry. I heard anger on the radio. It's finally here. The hatred.
It looks like maybe just, how that like bottom cooler panel sticks out just a little bit more than the front hood on these Arca cars.
Yeah.
I think Double O Joe tried to cross up the 751, but that cooler just wasn't quite clear and ends up spinning that 751 around.
It almost looked like net code, just the way the 751 snapped around. It may just be because that is the height of your dependency on grip, and the car just snapped. Huge wreck behind him, though.
It was a lot of talking out there. Some of it's like they're just talking regular talk, and some of it's anger. And
Well, some of it's they're talking about how this is going to work for wave rounds. Because a lot of guys are going to stay out, so we're going to get some lap car wave rounds.
iRacing is great, but they're especially on a short track, and when we start having cautions, it kind of gets crossways. I don't know what happens with the programming there, Alan. Something happens and it kind of causes some issues.
I do know that Papa Joe Bennett is out here tonight. Welcome, Papa Joe, pulling for 00, saying, "Get up on the wheel, son." Of course, you mentioned Tim Stubblefield out here pulling for James Bowden, old Slim in the 53. Thank you so much for joining us, Stubbs. I believe he's got a Facebook page now. Tim, let us know what the name of it is. I think is it Stub Nation Racing or Stubblefield Racing or something.
Well, I'll tell you what, if his rowdy fans were here, he was in this race tonight, they'd be passed out on the floor. I don't know. 1, 2, 3.
Here's your wave rounds.
15 cautions here.
Wave rounds. Here's your leaders now. Here we go. Pace car's down right after the wave rounds. Oh, those guys are going to have trouble catching up as we get ready to take the green flag.
Yeah, that they are, as the beat up 00 in the 53 get things started off side by side here, entering that Geico restart zone. Away we go, and 00 getting a good restart there, able to break free of the main pack here as the 76 and the 53. Imagine that, the 76 only about 20 laps ago was a lap down. He's now racing up here inside of a podium spot side by side with Josh Kelleher. And they continue to race side by side. They got tires sticking out of fenders here. These guys have absolutely took a bludgeoning out here tonight, but they're still out here running as the 73 goes up super high, ends up losing a couple of spots there to that 751 of Adamson and that 76 of Ottinger. Adamson now looking down low and gets the pass made there on that 76 machine, still looking like he's got some suspension damage down there, as Larson, Neff, and Dickerson all coming down into the pits.
Yeah, and those guys trying to reblend back onto the track during the green flag conditions. Ooh, that's rough.
And 19 laps left to go. You got Kelleher still hanging on, trying to stay in front as the 19 Cole Larson tries to make his way back out onto the racing surface here. The one of DW trying to get around the 90 machine of Daniel Baker here. A couple laps down there for him tonight in that blockbuster blue 90, but still making his way around. Here's a 69 of Dickerson, and the 19 goes side by side with a 13 of Chris Klein sitting right there behind him. These guys are fighting for lucky dog positions as Slim catching on up to 00 Joe. Slim probably with the cleanest looking car out here tonight right now. Oh, just loses a bit of momentum there, and 00 Joe able to extend out that lead here once again. 17 laps now remaining.
Yeah, Slim's been great out here, and I think he's your short track sleeper guy. I'm convinced of it. There's the link right there in the YouTube chat for you guys want to follow Tim Stubfield's online racing career there. Stub Racing over there on Facebook. Wow, we got the 73 and the 76. 73 kind of took a swing at the 76 and missed.
Ooh, people are taking swings. That's what I'm talking
man.
about.
And the one had to check up because of it. This pack right here is going to be pretty rowdy here in a couple more laps.
I gotta get this Facebook thing y'all are talking about. I've never heard of it. The only thing I know is that Zuckerberg guy looks like an alien, the translucent skin. nasty looking red hair and an ugly face, really
Goodness.
has destroyed our country almost single-handedly with Bill Gates. So thanks for that, Zuckerberg.
Oh my.
Well, the one of DW was able to make it past that 73. Now the 60 of Brian Neff trying to do the same, but Brian Neff being that one lap down needs a caution here to get that lap back. The 13 Chris Klein still locked into a good battle here with that 69 of Larry Dickerson. Bowden still not giving up though on that 00 of Joe Bennett. He's caught between 00 and the 751 of Adamson as we're closing in on the final 10 laps of this race here tonight at Martinsville.
I can't believe it's almost over. It seems like it just began.
Is it?
Oh, man.
What have you been
Oh,
watching?
53 of Bowden is around. One of your contenders for the lead here has spun coming out of 4.
And it was a self-spin too. A little bit of damage ended up going to the 751 of Adamson there, trying to avoid it. Let's go ahead and take a look. Oh, just got up onto that curbing. And for the most part, though, a good save there for the 53. But the 751 and Adamson able to squeeze on through.
Oh, he was so pissed at himself. Slim Bowden, that number 53 Fujifilm Dodge. That's what it is, too. He caught a piece of that curbing.
That curb is mean. We hadn't talked much about that curb, but it's caused a lot of issues tonight, too.
It's rounded. That red and white curb on the inside of the turns is what we're talking about. And he got up on it.
That's the same ones we used to ride or jump our BMX or Diamondbacks off of, in the 80s, isn't it? You could make some big jumps off that. I don't know why they're putting race cars out here with it.
He got a big chunk of it. And that Dodge went for a ride. I think he's still going to restart here in 3rd.
And that he will.
Restart. So he can still spin some people, wreck some people if he wants to win.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about.
Right at him.
Yeah, might as well. I mean, you're the guy that says this thing is all over before we even, it feels like it feels like it's almost over. It feels like we just started. Hell, it feels like we started this on Tuesday.
Not to me, man.
No?
It feels like it's flown by.
Don't you think we've had fun? Brown, have you had a little fun tonight?
Blast.
Yeah, we're having a little bit of fun.
Ooh, Derek Welch is throwing out rules right now.
Well,
don't hit anybody
saying,
after this thing.
Yeah, don't hit anybody after the race. I think they're worried about the incident point thing.
Everybody's close, yeah.
Yeah.
I see that.
There's going to be some guys close. Just reiterating that, you could call somebody the race if they get DQ'd because maybe not everyone has already crossed the finish line. If you even go up to do a congratulatory bump to somebody, you could DQ them or yourself, you got to be careful. So he's reminding everybody, hey man, don't go hit anybody after the race. Just in case. Albert Anderson saying this restart is going to be very, very interesting.
Okay.
Agreed. It might be the last one.
Real quick thought before we get around to racing again. Who has a more punchable face? Zuckerberg, Gates, or Guy Fieri?
Kyle Busch. Sorry.
All right.
I do agree with
Here
that.
we go.
But either way, we get ready to go to green flag racing here once again. Adamson and 00 Joe getting things started off here up at the front. 7 laps, going to be 6 laps remaining as a little checkup happens through the field. Oh, the 751 spins the tires, gets up into the outside wall, gets into the 76 there, still stuck up into that outside wall. The 53, James Bowden, able to get clean and clear through. Same thing with that one of DW, the 90 machine of Baker trying to get around the 76 just trying to hold on to as many positions as he can there in his damaged machine. The 73 makes it on through the absolute chaos happening here in this final stretch as the 60 of Brian Neff goes side by side there and manages to find his way down and around that 76. Now the 751 with his tires back under him here. Oh, gets into the 76 and gets spun around.
There it is.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Mike Adamson taking credit for that, said, my bad, Jeff. Jeff Ottinger, 76 big-ass fans machine. He did have to tow there.
He didn't say anything in return. Does that mean anger?
Probably not thrilled about it. He just
Ah,
manually
he's
disconnected.
Yeah.
Yep.
He basically, it didn't even look like he tried to get the car straight there to get it turned around. He just floored it into the pit wall and said, I'm going to see you guys next week at Vegas.
And we want to thank DEP Graphics founder Daniel Poachlag for joining us. And he thinks Zuck's got the most punchable face.
Well, he's tied with Gates for me, but I kind of agree.
Yeah. He's really pulling for the 73 tonight of Josh Kelleher to finish at least in the top 3.
He's in a good spot for it. Just got to get around DW there to steal third away, as we're going to have a green-white checker finish here tonight.
Do we know how many attempts we're going to have, or we're going to find out when the cross finish here?
Probably going to be 3.
Oh, we do have 3. Oh.
Well,
So
Jessica Stubblefield's here as well with Tim Stubblefield. Got a couple Stubblefield's here watching. That's cool that they're joining us.
some Titan fans, yeah.
Oh, don't bring that up. I already told you about that. I'm already triggered.
Triggered again.
Jessica, if you wanted to play catch up here with the shot game, you are behind 17.
17 shots.
Yeah, you're going to have to.
We'll call you from the hospital.
Yeah. Call the ambulance.
Yeah, you're done after this race if you're doing drinking games.
Maybe do 3 shots of water with every shot that you take.
That'll help.
Would recommend not doing any of that stuff, guys. I'm going to do the safe side, and they don't do shots for cautions at Martinsville. And how about this? Don't drink out of a dirty boot at a football game.
Or a road cone.
Yeah, PSA.
Dylan Bryant saying, let's see who gets dumped on prom night here tonight. And, well, funny you should say that, because I was going to say the exact same thing once when this thing started going back to the green flag.
Great minds think alike.
Y'all started them up on this damn Titans. Hey, listen here. They're not coming back to Texas. We don't want them. I want the Oilers back. There's no such thing as the Titans anyway. That's a made-up name. It's not even real. You stole the colors of the Oilers, then you turned them into your own. Oh, my God. Good thing there's a race about to start.
Yeah, there is green-white checker finish here from Martinsville. It's time to buckle up, strap on those drinking helmets, throw inhibition out the window as we go green flag racing for the final time here tonight, or could be the final time here tonight. It's the 00 gets a good start there. The 53 struggling to get up to pace. The one of Derek Welsh able to squeeze on through as the 53 gets up into the outside wall. Nowhere to go for the 73 as both the 60 and the 73 almost go down into pit lane as their only savior. That brings out the yellow flag. So it looks like the 73 and the 60, they're going to have to serve a penalty there.
Yeah, Neff and Kelleher both hit with a black flag. I think because it was part of the caution, they may get that cleared. We'll see.
Yeah, they should clear that because they were just ducking and dodging that.
They cleared one of them. Let's see if they clear the other. I'm sure they will. 73 also with the same penalty for the same reason. They should clear his as well. James Bowden with a meatball flag with a bad damage. He did almost get overturned after hitting the wall and slowing down so much that the car behind him just got up underneath him and almost overturned him. He's got a ton of damage.
Oh, man. Well, you're at the end of the race. You're racing for it. You're going for it. That's going to happen, especially here at this tiny, tiny track for these type of cars. So, man, a lot of stuff happening on the YouTube machine. They're getting my blood pressure up over there. What else is happening there, English?
Well, let's see what Papa Joe Bennett pulling for the Jaguars, of course. Him and his son, big
All
Jacksonville.
right, sorry
fans.
for them. What else?
Let's see here. Tim Stubblefield says, I need to get with DEP and we need to make a special Adam Turner paint scheme.
Oh, I get even a double special. Hey, I'm going to branch off from this AAA thing. You guys see you suckers. I'm going to have my own paint scheme.
You've really
Actually.
made it. You've
I couldn't have made it without you two clowns. We just
made
have
it,
fun
buddy.
together. That's the whole thing. I think some people get my anger. Some people get your anger. Some people like Brown. We all have our own little things going on. But it better not involve the Titans.
Albert Anderson says, Dylan, how about we make a paint scheme of all the things that Adam hates?
It's going to be, that car will be cluttered with all kinds of stuff.
God. There'll be so much stuff on it, you won't be able to tell what's
I
what.
know. If you went back and all the stuff I said I hated, I mean, you'd probably have 10,000 items on the car. I'm going to change. You know what? I'm changing my ways. I'm changing my ways.
So.
I don't want to be filled with this hatred anymore. God. Oh,
This helps your blood pressure, though.
It does, actually, because
it alleviates.
It's comical. I get to vent a little bit. We talk.
Sure.
Especially on a night like this. Normally, we try not to get into all the craziness. But tonight, I mean, we've had to. There's just been one of those races that happens. So here we go with real racing, though, Brown.
That we are, as we go side by side here once again. One more attempt at a green-white checker. Still have one more in the tank just in case as this thing gets back underway here with 00 and the one of Derek Welsh side by side. 00 getting a great restart there. Still out in front of that one of DW, able to stay up there at the front, going down the back straightaway here. Looks clean and clear as the 13 and the 53 go side by side. The 751 of Adamson still hanging around there in third as the white flag waves. No more cautions here tonight. This is it as the 00 leads this field down through turns 1 and 2. 13 and 53 still going side by side. 13 up into the outside wall, down into turns 3 and 4. The one making one final lunge here down and across the line, but it's not gonna be enough with 00 Joe Bennett picking up the win. DW there in second with Adamson able to filter around there in third.
I thought for damn sure we were going to see the 53 get up there on the podium.
Well, I'll tell you what.
What a
Derek,
battle.
man, we said I tell you what at the same time. We just
Oh,
went.
sorry.
But Derek Welch, he started.
You owe me a bottle of whiskey.
Oh, well, as long as it's, something cheap.
Beam's fine.
Oh, yeah, I got you. No problem. Derek Welch was involved probably in 60% of the incidents here tonight, and he still ended up in second place. So good job on Derek.
And how about
Mike Adamson, too?
Yeah. How about Mike Adamson? We saw him go all the way to the back there in that. I think it was the first accident that we had. And then Joe Bennett picking up the win. Great job by 00 Joe.
And 00 doing an impressive job with those burnouts. Tight area there down on the front stretch, but still has enough room to get that car spun around. But
Mike Adamson, too. You got to drag a little break, I think, is the trick there.
I think you're right. As unfortunately, no driver interviews here tonight because I have to get this thing shut down. I got to go do some stuff here.
Oh, no.
Oh, well, you got jobs and real life.
Yeah.
We've had a long one.
That we did.
Let's hit the finishing order then, at least.
That we can absolutely do as we take a look at tonight's finishing order of this field here from Martinsville. 00 Joe Bennett getting the big time win here with the one of DW. getting a solid second place finish. The 3 of Mike Adamson having a good race there. He was up and down, but still able to finish up on that podium here tonight. The 53 of James Bowden having a good race. Looked like he could have been one of the ones drinking a shoey at the end of this one. Coming up just a little bit short there in 4th. Chris Klein got beat up a little bit down there as well, but still had a pretty good run there in 5th. Brian Neff in the 60 machine gets a good 6th place finish here tonight as well. 19 Cole Larson having a rough night out there, but able to stick it out and get 7th. You got the 73 Josh Keller, who he at one point was multiple laps down, but able to, for the most part, get them all back, finishing in 8th. 69 Larry Dickerson was kind of in the same boat there and ends up finishing in 9th. 10th will be the 90 of Daniel Baker, led a few laps here earlier on in this run, with the 76 of Jeff Ottinger rounding out your field of 11 here tonight. As always, we thank you all for tuning in and watching, and we look forward to having you all out here once again on Sunday night. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell if you haven't done so already, and please hit that thumb up button so that way we can get Zuckerberg canceled here and we can continue to grow and grow and grow our fantastic racing community out here tonight. Of course, we also have to say a big thank you to Davidson Builders, JP Designs, and 3D Prints admin box as well. Of course, we also have to thank TrackDogsRacing.com. Be sure to go get your merchandise over there. You also got Track Bar Media. Be sure to go check them out for some fantastic video edits of real life and sim life photography. You also got SimGearCentral.com on board with us here this season as well. Thank you guys so very much. And of course, big thank you to the Action Replay sponsor of Country Through the Ages, getting a whole bunch of screen time here tonight. But nonetheless, we thank you very much, Cooker. Great job on that website. Keep up the good work there, buddy. And good job. And thank you to all of the sponsors. Quickly looking ahead here for Sunday night. We got ourselves a race coming up here at Atlanta for the Numb Thumbs Racing League Xfinity Series. Just a reminder there, Mr. English, that we did push a week due to the Super Bowl.
Thanks. I need that.
So it will be.
I need the reminder.
So it will be Atlanta in those Xfinity cars as that kind of super speedway series continues to roll on through. But until Sunday night, I'm Alan Brown for Alan English and Adam Turner. We'll see you guys later.
We gone.
See ya.